filmed this whole video yesterday and I got like 35 minutes worth of footage for this video, and I realized that I could just split it into 2 videos. I thought that this video would be very useful because I do have good advice for this one. And you guys probably remember last year, my dad and I went to Target and I did a back to school shopping vlog, and it was called, the thing was called Preschool Survival Guide, because like, you know, preschool. I'm gonna do it again this year. Obviously it's gonna be a little bit different because at that point I had never been in high school, and I definitely did it wrong because like I was just like, oh, it's just gonna be just like middle school, and it's not just like middle school. So I had no idea what I was talking about back then, but now I have a much better idea as to what I really need to get and do to prepare for school. And so I'm like, oh, I should just do a video, and like this is mostly going to focus on before the first day, because the first day is the foundation of a school year. And make sure you look at the advice for incoming freshmen, academics and behavior one, because I was really proud of that one. I think it's also really good advice. And then the video that's coming after this, that is preschool prep. Hello everybody, my name is Zoe Rebekah. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be doing a video that I spontaneously thought of last night, but I was like, oh my gosh, this would be like so useful for so many people. So yeah, I have my notes here that I wrote, and I want to just point out a couple things here. As I was saying, I might discuss some of this, and I know I will discuss some of the same topics that I have previously mentioned in other school videos, because I just think that these points are just so important, and I just really want to reinforce it, and I want to put emphasis on it, and I want to refresh your memories. And even if you haven't seen any of my other school videos, that you will get these key points in my opinion. And a lot of this stuff is going to be stuff to do beforehand, as I was talking about this morning, as I was talking about before. You want to go into your first day of school having this confident persona and just like positive energy around you, with, like I said, without being super fake and peppy and like people you want to punch in the face. Or at least I do. Yeah, you want to be positive without being fake. You want to be real, but you don't want to be depressing and dark and negative. You got to find that balance there. Life is about balance. Balance is key when it comes to any aspect of life, especially health. Physical, mental, or emotional health. You have to learn how to find a balance, and such as diets. And you can't let your emotions control you, but you can't just be super 100% rational about things. You have to think about how your emotions are going to react to certain situations, but you also can't let your emotions control you. So just like everything in life, is just about balance. And so you want to find the balance between being positive and negative, you know? I don't want to say be negative, but like I said, you don't want to be overly positive. You gotta find the balance. Emphasis, people. I also wanted to briefly mention and reinforce my love for the beloved label maker. Honestly, I highly suggest getting a label maker if you don't have it already. They're not that expensive, but this was just like a very good investment, even if it wasn't that much. They're a little bit expensive and you gotta get the cartridges and stuff, but honestly, in the long run, it helps me save a lot more money, because a lot of my folders I've been able to use for multiple years because all I had to do was just change the labels on them. I've mentioned this in my other school videos, but if you need a refresher or you haven't seen my other school videos, this is Zoe's template of success on her folders. So yeah, I've been able to put my name in the top, and then the subject, teacher, and class period, and then inside I would have a folder for classwork and for homework, and I get one folder per class or subject. Honestly, class can like mean so many different things, but anyway, so I would have a folder for chemistry, a folder for geometry, a folder for all the different subjects, which I highly recommend. And like I said, I've been able to just change the subject, teacher, and class period, and I've been able to use the same folders for like 3 years. I mean, I'm gonna have to get some new ones. I was able to savor 3 of them. The other ones are just like completely falling apart because I've been using them for so long. But I've also been able to use the same notebook for a while because I got a big 5-subject notebook. And honestly, most of school now is just doing stuff on computers, so you don't use, like, I don't want to say you don't use a lot of paper, because you do, but you just like for notes and presentations and stuff, like it's all on computers. So I've been able to use the same, I mean, I still obviously highly recommend that you do get a notebook, but I've been able to use the same notebook for years because of how little I use it, but I still use it for notes and stuff. So balance. But yeah, I highly recommend getting a label maker, and it's honestly just like, especially for people like me, because I have OCD, so when I write things I have to write them and erase them like over and over and over again, and I'm a perfectionist, and it can get really like frustrating for me. I know it sounds so stupid, but if you have it, then you understand, like it's like painful, because I'm just like, I can't, like I have to keep going over and over again. So you don't have to worry about that, because you'll be able to just, you won't have to write anything because you can just type it. But even if you don't want a label maker, by the way, not sponsored, but even if you don't want a label maker, there's still like other alternatives. Like you can type something up on your computer and print it and tape it. It's very simple too, but honestly, labels are like just a huge thing that I think they're just so helpful. So let's get into the tips that I would highly recommend. Obviously, I was just talking about things like in a broad span of time to do before school, but some of these are just like to do like the night before. So I highly recommend that you prepare for the morning, especially like if you like have a school district like mine. In the morning, you're gonna have to get up really, really early, and you're just gonna be all groggy and I have a huge problem with the having to get up at like 6 a.m. I get up at 6 a.m. Like our bus comes at 6:50, but I still just like to get up at 6 a.m. because I know in the morning I'm gonna be super like groggy and slow.
A few moments later. Eventually.
So I want to give myself enough time for that, but it's very, very, very helpful to prepare everything. Like wherever you get ready in the morning, like I get ready on my desk, which is, it's both my desk and my vanity. That's where I do my makeup and stuff like that. So I just line up all my stuff that I need, like jewelry, makeup, skincare stuff, whatever you need to use in the morning to get ready for school. I would set that up the night before, also with your outfit, especially because for the first day of school, you really want to wear something that's both cute and comfy. Like you don't want to like try to look all like good, but the clothes are so uncomfortable, especially when you're putting them on really early in the morning. Like I've done that, like having to put on like cute but really uncomfortable clothes like really early in the morning, and it's just it makes me feel gross. I mean, it gets better throughout the day, but like I still want, again, balance between cute and comfy. I've actually been really lucky. I've been able to discover cute and comfy clothes even like on other days of school, but especially the first day, because like you probably spent the summer not getting up as early as you would for school, and you're just like not gonna want to get up in the morning, but you also want to make a good first impression. So yeah, cute and comfy clothes. I always expand on things like way too much, but it's my style. It would be a really good idea to plan out your breakfast, something that's really like easy and simple, but like it's healthy, and it'll give you fuel to start your day. I struggle with eating breakfast, honestly, because I'm just like really not hungry that early in the morning. But even if you can't, you could also just bring something with you and snack on it, like in the cafeteria if you go to the cafeteria in the morning, like I do sometimes. But yeah, like you can always just like bring little snacks with you, or even eat them on the bus if you're allowed to do that, or in the car if you get driven to school or drive to school. You can get like bars or like oatmeal, or like sometimes I just eat fruit in the morning, because honestly it's just the best thing to eat in the morning. It's so healthy to eat fruit in the morning. So yeah, those are just some breakfast options. You want to make sure that it's a good healthy breakfast that'll help you get through your day without making you feel sick. Yeah, like I said, you want to like prep that the night before so that you can just grab it and go. Simple and easily accessible. And then also with your backpack, you want to make sure that your backpack is packed the night before, except for things obviously like my laptop, which will be charging overnight, and my phone. But everything else should be in your backpack. All your like if you're gonna do it like I do, you can have all your folders for each of your classes, and your laptop if you need it, or whatever devices that you have to bring for school. Like we use our laptops. In middle school we use iPads, but whatever devices that you need for school, make sure that they're charged. You have to make sure that they're charged, because I know in middle school so many people, including me, guilty as charged, would forget to charge their iPads overnight, and you would come to school and they'd be like really low battery, and then they would die, and then you would just be really screwed because you wouldn't be able to use your iPad for anything. So yeah, whatever device you use for school, even like your phone too. I do bring my phone charger to school, and sometimes I'll bring my laptop charger if I know that I'm gonna be needing it a lot. Yeah, you want to make sure that you bring your chargers and it's charging overnight, and then just in the morning just want to be able to just unplug it, put it in your backpack, grab your charger if you're bringing your charger like I do, and your earbuds too. If you have headphones or earbuds, I think those are so important. A lot of the times you have to like watch videos and stuff for classes, and even if you just want to listen to music on the bus, and just because you're antisocial like me, I don't like to talk to people on my bus because my neighbors are really, I'm not gonna get into them. But yeah, like even if you're like waiting like in the cafeteria in the morning or the library or wherever you go in the morning, if you do wait in the morning, having earbuds or headphones with you and making sure like if you have AirPods like I do that they're charged. So yeah, gotta remember those too. And if you need to get into, if like your parents work or something and you're getting home from school first, remember your key, because I have done that so many times where my parents are at home because they're at work or something, and because Zach's never had the same schedule that he's going to have and that I've had for the past few years, so it would just be me, like I would just be stranded there. And I would be like, what did I do? Because it's awful. So like remember your keys and put them in your bag the night before, and honestly like keep them in your bag like a lot, unless you need to open the door obviously. But yeah, you got to make sure that everything's charged and prepared and just ready to grab and go to school. Sorry, my camera died, but I'm back. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, my next tip is to obviously really know what your bus schedule is. You have, like, make sure that you know your bus number, what time it gets there, and what your bus stop is. Like, so that you don't, like, freak out in the morning and be like, okay, what time does my bus come? When should I leave the house? Where's my bus stop? What's my bus number? Like, make sure that you have all that stuff memorized. It's a very simple thing, but it makes a lot of a difference. It makes a whole hell of a difference. That's not the expression, but that's fine. Anyway, make sure that before school starts, even like a few days before school starts, like make sure that you just like look at your schedule over and over again, just so like, because the more you look over it, the more it'll get into your head. And even though you still should, I'll get into this next tip, should have your schedule with you, if you just, it'll just be more natural, and you won't have to panic about where's my classroom, what floor is it on. Like I said these things in my last school video, but I'm just gonna emphasize them again by saying them again. Also, this is just inspired because 2 days ago, I got my schedule for school. My whole school district got their schedules. So I've been looking over it a bunch just so like I can get used to it. I know what my teachers' names are. I know what number of the classroom is. I've been looking at the map of the school, because most schools have maps so that you know where all the classrooms are. So you know what floor they're on and which hallway they're in. And yeah, so just the more you look over that, the more it'll get into your head, and the more you'll memorize it and the more comfortable you will be when you need to go to those classes. And as I was saying, this is what most of my school does, and this is what I do, and it's just so useful and it's so helpful, is if you can screenshot your schedule and put it as your lock screen for like the first couple weeks of school until you're used to it. So you can always, because everyone's always staring at their phones anyway, they're always easily accessible. When you're walking in the hallway, when you need to find where your class is, you can just look at your lock screen and you can know what class you're going to and where that is. And or, which I would suggest, and print out your schedule, or if you just have a printed out schedule. If you have binders, then you can put it like in the clear pocket in the front. But if you have folders like me, I just tape on the schedule onto like a cover of one of my folders, and like I'll just like keep the folders like in order of my periods. So make sure that you can just really get that in there. Oh, and this is so useful, and I feel like my parents had never heard of it. Actually, no, my mom hadn't heard of it. My dad has. I think a lot of people know about it, but if you don't, you should definitely look on Rate My Teachers or Rate My Professors. I think they have Rate My Professors for college and Rate My Teachers for like middle and high school. I don't know if they have it for elementary school. I haven't looked. But anyway, so you can go in there and you can either sign up as a parent, teacher, or student. Obviously, if you're a student like me and like most of you, you would say I'm a student, and then you can just go and you can just say where you live, like where your school school is. For America, it'll say like which state is your school in. I haven't looked at the other countries, but so yeah, and then you can just search your school's name, and then you can just search your teacher's name, because on schedules it'll obviously say your teacher's name. And so that's what I did, like as soon as I got my schedule. It's because it's so helpful to like prepare you for what kind of teacher they're gonna be. You can search your teacher's name, and then you'll look at reviews that other students have left for them, and there's like a 1 to 5 scale, 1 being the worst and 5 being the best. There's like different categories. I think it's like but there's like different categories for the aspects of the teacher, and so you can know, is this teacher going to be a nice teacher, or is this teacher going to be a bitch? And it'll just really help you to prepare for what kind of teacher they're going to be and what they're going to be teaching and their teaching styles. So I highly recommend going on ratemyteachers.com, and not sponsored, it's just something I've always found really useful. So yeah. Continuing with the first impression thing, just make sure that you have proper hygiene. You know, your breath doesn't stink, you don't stink, you're clean. When you feel and look clean, you'll be more approachable, and obviously no one wants to have stinky breath or BO. Make sure your hair is clean. Like basic stuff like that will dramatically help you, especially on the first day. Have a good personality, you know, be friendly, be inclusive, be kind without being cocky, or don't be mean. Like, I know I sound like really insecure and I'm telling people to be insecure. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just like, I just don't want you guys to be lonely, because I know what that's like and I would never wish that on anyone. So yeah, and you'll just feel good yourself, you know, you'll love yourself. But honestly, you'll have so much more confidence if you're clean, you look clean, you feel clean. And just make sure you're prepared for any situation. Just make sure that you have all your supplies organized and together, and you're just prepared. One last thing for this video. If you do find yourself very panicky and anxious, just like before school starts, well before school starts, make sure that you know what coping skills work for you. I said this in my last video. Just make sure that you know what works for you. If you are an anxious, panicky person like I am, I have to make sure that I know what coping skills I can use to manage it in school. And just like, you know, if you're lost or you're stressed, take a deep breath, compose yourself, go to the bathroom, splash some cold water on your face, just collect yourself, and you'll be okay, I promise. So yeah, this is gonna be it for this video. I know it's very long, but you guys know I really like to elaborate on things, and I like to say things really in depth. So yeah, I really hope this helped you guys. I think it would. I don't know, but if it helped you guys, then I'm really glad. And yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. If you'd like to give it a big thumbs up, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, and share this video on my channel to those you think might be interested, and leave me comments down below. Okay guys, good luck on your first day of school. You'll do great, I know it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you. Bye.